Hey guys, today I'm going to show you a recent bean recipe that I make. A lot of times I have dry beans, just from the can, and I just have the beans by themselves on rice or something. But I've been putting them in a liquid now, and they're really good. So first thing I'm going to do, chop up this onion. What I do is I dry fry it in a pot with no oil, no water, and that releases the sugars. And then I add the juice from the beans. So if you have a can of beans, you can use the juice from that, or if you make your own, keep the bean juice. Just going to chop these up here and put them in the pot. So I've got a pot right now on the stove, and I've turned on the burner to high to heat it up a bit first. So I'm going to take these onions and put them in the pot. Did you hear them start to sizzle? And I've got this liquid here from the black beans that I cooked, as well as quite a big batch of beans. So I ended up draining the liquid, and I put batches in the freezer of just the dry beans, and I also keep a container with the liquid. So that's just how I'm doing it right now. So once the onions get a bit brown, and I'll stir them on a regular basis, and when they start getting kind of brown, I add the liquid from the bean. And the other thing I put in there, you can put all sorts of spices, whatever you like, but right now I'm putting some vegetable stock powder, and if you have vegetable stock, you can put that in. I've just got the powder right now. As far as quantities go, I don't even measure, but you can put a teaspoon or two in there, see how that goes. I'm going to add some cilantro, and I've got this Lozano sauce on order. It's a sauce that I found in Costa Rica. You can make your own, you can look online for recipes, or you can try to order this or get it from your local stores. But it's really good just with the onions and a little bit of vegetable stock. And it's so tasty with the bean broth and the beans. So today, because I've got some cilantro, I'm going to add cilantro as well. And I'll walk you through the process. So you can see the onions get brown here, and that's getting pretty good. There's no exact science to it. When it starts browning on a fair amount of onions, I'll add the broth. So here I'm going to pour in the broth. It's going to depend on how much beans you use, but here I'm adding a little bit of vegetable stock powder. If you have some veggie broth, you can use that as well. Just something to flavor the juice with. And this is some cilantro, so it's probably half a cup. I just chop up a bunch. I don't really measure. It's totally optional. I didn't use cilantro the first few times I made this. I've also got a little pot of rice going, so I'm stirring that and setting the timer for that as well. That's separate though. I decided to also add a chopped jalapeno pepper. This is also something I just added, so it gives it a bit of a kick. You don't have to do that either. And then I add the beans. But I don't really measure most of this stuff, so I'm going to give you some amounts, but it's not really a rocket science here, and I usually like to get the liquid fairly thick, so it takes boil that off a bit. This particular batch had a bit more watery liquid than usual because I used a bigger pot, but I'll just cook that until it thickens up. Here you can see it's reduced quite a bit, and looking really good, tasty. Hope you guys like that. The ingredients will be in the description. Here's the final product. See you guys.